Joe travelled back to the 80s, to the movies he fondly recalled, with Annie and Tom Cruise and Sly and Bruce Willis before he went bald. Back when the movies were simple and the plots had no deep commentary, just some hero with biceps and witty one-liners shooting all he could see.
Then all some steam venom.
But I guess the grass is greener when you're wearing those rose-tinted shades. But while he's stuck in the 80s, John would take his movie lemons and give you lemonade. So sit back and relax now. Just sit back wherever you are, for the movie reviews and the science bits too. On Shitcase Cinema. On the Shitcase Cinema. Oh, it's the Shitcase Cinema.
I will pull your goddamn tongue out by the roots! Thank you very much.
The King and the Fab Four. Elvis inspired the Beatles, and the Beatles have inspired pretty much every guitar band ever since. They both made some of the most well-known and amazing songs, but one dark section of their careers was a dip into the movie world. Now, if you're successful in the music business, then don't jump over to the goddamn movie world, because it doesn't work for you. That's right, Kylie, you suck! Anyway, now that's been clarified, let's take a look at some of the abominations that Elvis did. You may recall some months back that I mentioned Elvis in the Labyrinth review. Yeah, that's right, the review where I said a few negative things about the film and pissed people off. Well, I've got two words for you: Shitcase Cinema. So the King made 31 bullshit films. Don't worry, I certainly won't be going through 31 films. I can't even take that amount of crap, so I think it's best to just focus on a few. Because they're all the bloody same anyway. In pretty much every single movie, Elvis was given a crappy role as a doctor, a racing car driver, a helicopter pilot, or some entertainer of some sort. One minute he'll be happily going along with his profession, and then suddenly stop in his tracks and break out into a song and a dance for 101 beautiful girls who pop up from the middle of nowhere. Then he'll goof around some more, and then sing a little bit. You see, in all his films they got him to sing, so in this case, why not let him get on with his fucking singing career instead of this inane barrel of sterile piss? This movie trailer segment sums up the basic laughable storyline for every single Elvis movie.
Risking his neck for dames he never saw before, and seconds later he's singing them love songs.
Yeah, this film's called Harem Scarum, and it's one of the many films that suffered from the same god-awful formula. Here he's battling evil Arabs and singing songs to win the heart of some dumb broad. What? Seeing one movie like this is bad, but 31 flicks of Elvis doing the same mundane things and singing crap song after crap song is more than any devoted fan can take, let alone your everyday Joe. Speaking of Joe, that's the title of one of Elvis's films, Stay Away Joe. Some of the film titles are terrible. Stay Away Joe, Harem Scarum, Kissing Cousins, Blue Hawaii, Jailhouse Rock, Love Me Tender, Live a Little, Love a Little, Charo, Fun in Acapulco, It Happened at the World's Fair. You get the idea that these film titles are just lacklustre to the extreme. And shit, of course. The best scene for me in a film is when some girl walks out on the King and he goes to pop her one, but instead just slams his fist through the door. Don't fuck with the King, baby. Hey, Elvis even takes out big cats if they attack him. This guy means business. Here we've got Elvis singing, again, to a wooden puppet, in German. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? To his credit, Elvis knew the films were bad, but he had no way of getting out of this stupid contract he was in. One of the last films he ever made was thankfully a turn for the better, in that he didn't go around chasing girls and fighting guys and then suddenly halfway through a brawl stop to sing a song. This time he was a gunfighter, and I have to say he looks pretty damn cool. Still, it's a shit film, but it's not as shit as the other crap he made for 10 wasteful years. Elvis was a singer at the end of the day, and thankfully it's how he went out in the end. Now, thankfully the Beatles didn't make 31 movies. They only amassed a lowly 3 shit films. Hard Day's Night, Help, and Yellow Submarine. For young pop rock stars from Liverpool in the early 60s, making a few films might sound as though it's going to be bad. And yes, they were bad! with the exception of A Hard Day's Night, of course. It's shot entirely in black and white due to the budget, but it's a light-hearted, tongue-in-cheek comedy. Lennon steals the show with his off-centre humour and sarcasm, and we get a few decent songs thrown in there for good measure. Yeah, that's right, they perform songs. What, you seriously expected them to make a film and not sing a song in it? Elvis couldn't escape that trap, so the Beatles were never going to either. And check this scene out, that's obviously Paul McCartney wearing a little beard. So how can people not recognise him? Stupid broads. Lennon's great in this scene, just check this little segment out.
Give us a kiss.
Look, mister, we pay for our seats too, you know. I travel on this train regularly, twice a week.
Knock it off, Paul. You can't win with his sword. After all, it's his train, isn't it, mister?
So they're on a moving train going God knows where for God knows what reason. And then before you know it, they're outside running alongside the train carriage. What? Moving on to Health, it's what you instantly shout out yourself because it's fucking awful. Yet you feel you have some kind of duty to sit through and watch it from start to finish. There's a few decent songs in there, but the acting's terrible, the storyline is non-existent, and it really could fit side by side with one of Elvis's mid-60 films. The last movie was Yellow Submarine. They don't actually even star in it at all as it's animated, and their voices are done by some completely random goons.
Hey, would you believe me if I told you I was being followed by a Yellow Submarine?
It's a journey down a psychedelic lane, tripping on anything you can find. It makes no sense, but when I was a kid I loved it, although I didn't really understand the drug references behind it all. Now, a lot of people out there will have seen this film, but maybe you just can't remember anything about it, or you've just repressed those memories far, far away. It's another pretty bad film, but the songs do give it some credit. Terrible films. Really terrible films. If you ever want to take part in a dare with some friends, then dare them to sit through an Elvis or a Beatles movie from start to finish. My guess is they'll give in after mere seconds. As the old saying goes, don't give up your day job, guys. See, what would have been great is a musical collaboration between Elvis and the Beatles. Or a fight of some kind. Hey, you know guys, I realise our songs are really good, but our films do a shit.
Yes,
so we're pretty shit.
It was a case of shit.
I blame you, Macca.
Oh. Well, look, listen,
how do you sleep at night?
Yeah.
I just
Tell
don't
me, John.
I get drunk. No, but our films may have been
Lord.
shit. Our films may have been shit, but you know who was shitter?
Who?
Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis,
Yeah,
you were
Elvis.
a right fat bastard.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, look, it's Elvis dressed as a ninja.
It's me, man. It's Elvis, dressed as a ninja.
You fat bastard. Go back to America and eat some donuts.
Our movies aren't as shit as yours.
You made about 30 odd shit movies, you fat twat.
Yeah.
You should be embarrassed about it.
Yeah, mate.
Hey, there's 4 of you. Means your films are 4 times as shit, man.
You say there's 4 of us, there's about 300 of you.
Yeah.
I'll show you how we deal with things in Liverpool, you fat yank.
Yeah.
Oh, bless my soul, what's wrong with me?
Just tell John, honestly, right? That's Get here.
Hey, look, man. Terry Clapton.
Clapton, come back with my wife, you son of a bitch!
Nah, man.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ninja Elvis.
Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome